John Brown?
I'm here.
You're number 82, John Brown, and you have 2 minutes.
Okay. I heard the question about why were these men here, who were they working for, and I assumed that they were working for the people. And perhaps that's true, and perhaps we should all have been born incorporated, too. A lot of times you can tell what's going on by the faces that you don't see. I watched, or actually listened to, a Tavis Smiley show where he had Republican candidates for president on. He had none of the 3 front runners. I suppose that it was generally black and minority audience, and they were going to face some questions that they probably would prefer not to answer. You're fortunate that you don't have to talk back, I guess. In any rate, it's really instructive to me to see who's not here. There's nobody here from Clear Channel. There's nobody here from Disney. A number of major players who will let you take their flack for them, I guess, because that's how it appears to work. As far as technical issues, I'm really concerned about your unwillingness to support the micro stations, and especially micro FM local. Around here, when we get a big earthquake, and not yet when, having a lot of little stations in the neighborhoods is going to be a lot more valuable to the people than hoping to be able to count on big guys whose towers came down somewhere, maybe on Vashon Island. The station on Vashon Island that would like to operate as a micro FM station would be on the air, because that kind of know-how is there in the community. They'd be able to jerry or something and make it work. Thanks.
James Goodwin.
Hey, thanks for coming to speak with us and letting us speak to you. So we spend a lot of time in our culture and when we're educating our children and talking about the freedom of press and how important that is for a thriving democracy and to have everyone's views represented in the public sphere. But if we auction off to the highest bidder the press, then it is inherently unfree and cannot be free if it's funded by only the super rich. And incorporation, further immediate conglomeration, is going to impact us negatively as a people on that front. So here we are at the FCC hearing on media ownership, and it seems like there's only one thing that we're hearing. I guess there were 6 people, 4 of which were on your panel, talking about maybe not in opposition to media ownership, but it seems like everything that we're hearing from everyone here is no to media conglomeration. So I think that's a message that I'd like you guys to take home, having heard from us at this hearing. It sounds like the thing that you've heard is no. Thank you.
Welcome to Media Monopoly Whack-A-Mole. For everyone who stood up here and said that our multi-station concentration funded some list of good qualities, I just want to add the words, and silenced whatever other voice would have used that channel to reach that same community. And I want to speak to you, the majority members of this commission directly here. I think history shows us that whenever some group in any society wants to consolidate indelible power, there is always a group of men just like you who enable that in a variety of ways. And just as you tonight, they always say they were following orders. And in the end, the corrosive effects of the bad policies that they promote in their ideological fervor finally fail. It's when the troops won't shoot the people. in order to protect them anymore, that it's finally over. And I don't know how close we'll get to that before you come to your senses. But you are flat out nuts.
Brian Johnson. Are you Kathleen Myers? Yep. I'd like to call the next 10 names, Kathleen, before you start, and that is 9399, Elvin Ball, Wendy.
In Portland, since most of what I was planning to say has already been said, I'd just like to read some thoughts I've put down on paper over the last few hours. We've heard some people in the industry describe the rules that govern media ownership as outdated. They say the regulation is necessary for them to compete with the internet. The fact that the internet is simply there isn't why more and more people are getting their news there. It's the media's own piss-poor reporting that's driving people away. We do know that when media outlets emerge, the result is layoffs. And how does fewer reporters lead to more news? I don't want to hear about what's happening in my own community from the AP Newswire as if they reported it in the first place. The public interest is not merely what the public is interested in, despite what that fellow from the NAB said earlier. Maybe if these people would show a little bit more respect for the public, maybe if they had a little bit more pride in their journalistic roots, we wouldn't be fleeing from the internet desperate for a real source of news. Commissioners, how can you expect an informed and diverse public to get involved in this democratic process when you only give us a few days' notice? Are you even serious about this? It seems like you're just going through the motions to placate growing public opposition, and then you'll just vote to deregulate the media anyway, regardless of the overwhelming opposition at every single hearing you've held. I don't know if that makes it by being here or not. It boggles the mind. I don't understand how you honestly think you're acting in the public interest, or how you think you're being inclusive to those of us most affected by the proposed rule change when you only give us 1 week to get ready to be here. Especially when Senator Cantwell and Congressman Inslee told you folks from Alaska, Idaho, and Oregon wanted to attend and asked for a reasonable amount of notice. What kind of media